The ice of Europa had kept its secret for millions of years. Dr. Maya Patel hadn't expected to find anything more exciting than simple organic molecules during her routine core sampling. Instead, she found a message that would change humanity's understanding of its place in the universe. The signal was buried deep in a crystalline structure that shouldn't have existed. A perfectly ordered lattice of molecules that pulsed with an energy signature unlike anything ever recorded. Maya's hands trembled as she adjusted her instruments, watching the readings climb beyond anything Earth's current technology should be able to detect. Dr. Patel, her eye assistant's voice crackled through the comm system of her exploration suit. I'm detecting patterns in the energy signature. They appear to be deliberate. The howling winds of Europa's endless winter rattled against her shelter's walls as Maya processed this information. After 15 years of searching for extraterrestrial intelligence, she hadn't expected to find it frozen in the ice of Jupiter's moon. But she wasn't the only one making discoveries that day. On Mars, hidden beneath the polar ice cap, Kithrix's observation post was detecting unprecedented changes in Earth's quantum signature. Their iridescent scales shifted through colors of concern as they studied the readings. The containment field is weakening, announced Valna, their crystalline associate, projecting a holographic display of Earth's quantum metrics. Human civilization is approaching a critical threshold of technological advancement. Kithrix's sensory appendages writhed with anxiety. Their species had watched Earth for centuries, maintaining the galaxy's longest continuous observation of any planet. They had witnessed humanity's evolution from primitive tool users to a spacefaring civilization, all while keeping their presence hidden. But now, everything was changing. The quantum sensors showed complex interference patterns emanating from Earth's deep ocean trenches. Patterns that shouldn't exist in normal spacetime. Patterns that the humans, in their wonderful ignorance, had been unconsciously suppressing for millennia. Look at this. Valna's crystalline form sparkled with excitement as they projected another hologram. Every major human population center generates a unique quantum signature. When combined, they create a planetary-scale dampening field. Back on Europa, Maya was beginning to decode the alien message. The crystalline structure wasn't just a recording device, it was a warning. As her computers processed the alien language, fragments began to make sense. Earth, guard, prison. The translation algorithm struggled with concepts that seemed to defy human understanding. Chaos, necessary, containment. In their Mars base, Kithrix received an urgent transmission from the Galactic Council. Other observation posts throughout the galaxy were reporting similar findings. The ancient warnings were being discovered just as the humans were on the verge of developing technology that could disrupt their own protective chaos field. We have to make a decision, Kithrix announced to their team, their scales shifting to the authoritative colors of command. For centuries, we've watched humanity develop, believing them to be just another emerging civilization. Now we know the truth. They're the most important species in the galaxy, and they don't even know it. On Europa, Maya's translation program finally decoded the core message. Her eyes widened as she read the text scrolling across her screen. To any who find this warning, the blue world must remain untouched. Its inhabitants are not what they appear. Their chaos is not random. It is the universe's most sophisticated defense system. If you are reading this, the containment may already be weakening. Act quickly, or what sleeps below will awaken. The message continued with specific quantum frequencies and mathematical proofs that made Maya's head spin. But one thing was clear. Humanity wasn't alone in the universe. More importantly, they had never been alone. Kithrix's team detected Maya's discovery the moment it happened. The quantum ripples from her revelation threatened to disrupt the delicate balance they had monitored for so long. It's time, Kithrix decided, their scales shifting to colors never before seen in their observation post's history. Prepare for first contact. The humans need to understand their true purpose before their own progress undermines it. As Maya transmitted her findings back to Earth, and Kithrix's team prepared their revelation. Something stirred in the depths of Earth's oceans, something ancient, something that had been waiting since before time itself had meaning, something that humanity's wonderful chaos had kept dormant for millions of years. The universe held its breath, watching as humanity stood on the brink of discovering its true purpose. They weren't just another civilization emerging into a crowded galaxy. They were guardians, chosen by evolution itself to keep reality stable through their perfect, beautiful chaos. And now, they were about to learn the truth. The Watchers revealed. Kithrix floated in their observation pod, all 7 sensory appendages tingling with a mixture of dread and excitement. The holographic displays surrounding them painted their iridescent scales in a cascade of data streams. After 3 centuries of studying Earth from their hidden base beneath the Martian polar ice caps, something had changed. The patterns were undeniable. "Observer Kithrix," buzzed Lieutenant Valna, their crystalline form shimmering with urgency as they entered the chamber. "The quantum calculations are complete. You need to see this immediately." Kithrix's scales rippled in acknowledgement as they absorbed the new data through their neural interface. The numbers told a story that defied conventional wisdom about humanity's place in the cosmos. They weren't just another emerging civilization. They were a fundamental force of universal stability. The evidence had been hiding in plain sight. Every human settlement, every city, every pattern of migration and development, when viewed through quantum probability matrices, formed perfect counter-harmonic waves, waves that precisely canceled out something else, something ancient, something that slumbered deep beneath Earth's oceans. "Run the simulations again," Kithrix commanded, though they already knew the results would be the same. Cross-reference with the Arcturus archives. The chamber filled with a 3-dimensional map of Earth's population centers over time. Overlaid on this were the recently discovered patterns from the ancient Arcturian civilization, a species that had vanished mysteriously after attempting to colonize Earth 50 million years ago. The patterns matched perfectly. "It's not random," Valna whispered, their crystalline structure vibrating with realization. Their entire civilization, their chaos, their constant innovations, their seemingly illogical behaviors, it's all part of a vast interference pattern. Kithrix extended a sensory tendril to manipulate the holographic display, zooming in on major human population centers. Each one pulsed with a unique quantum signature that rippled outward, interacting with other signatures in complex ways. The combined effect created a planetary-scale dampening field. The ancient texts weren't warnings about humanity, Kithrix said, their scales shifting to deep indigo with the weight of the discovery. They were warnings about what humanity guards. Without even knowing it, they've created the most sophisticated containment system in the known universe. The chamber's door dissolved, admitting Chief Scientist Zixix, their tentacles writhing with excitement. "You need to see the deep scan results from the Pacific Ocean," they announced, instantly transmitting the data to the holographic display. The image shifted to show Earth's ocean floors. Beneath the surface, patterns of energy moved in ways that defied physical laws. But wherever human activity was highest, shipping lanes, underwater cables, offshore platforms, the anomalous energy patterns were disrupted, scattered, rendered harmless. "Their internet," Valna suddenly exclaimed, their crystal facets flashing with insight. "We always wondered why they filled it with such apparent nonsense. Cat videos, endless arguments, countless variations of the same jokes. It's creating a chaos field that extends into the digital realm." Kithrix felt their scales ripple with a new understanding. Humanity's seeming addiction to social media, their constant digital chatter, their apparent inability to agree on anything. It all served a greater purpose. Each tweet, each post, each digital interaction added another layer to the interference pattern. "But there's more," Zixix continued, their tentacles weaving complex patterns in the air. "We've detected increasing instability in the containment field. The humans' recent advances in quantum computing and artificial intelligence, they're accidentally harmonizing their chaos. creating order where there needs to be disorder. The implications were staggering. Humanity's technological progress, their drive toward increasing efficiency and organization, could inadvertently weaken the very protection they unknowingly maintained. The sleeping entities beneath their oceans were stirring. Kithrix made a decision that would violate 300 years of non-intervention protocol. Prepare for emergency contact, they announced, their scales shifting to the decisive hues of command. We need to warn them. Warn them. Valna's crystalline form clouded with concern. The shock of first contact could disrupt the containment field even further. If we don't, Kithrix responded, their sensory appendages extended in grim determination. Their natural evolution toward order will do far worse. They need to understand their true purpose before it's too late. As the observation team prepared for humanity's greatest revelation, alarms began blaring throughout the base. The quantum sensors were detecting massive disturbances in Earth's deep ocean trenches. The ancient sleepers were becoming restless, their dreams leaking into reality. Kithrix watched the holographic display as news headlines from Earth scrolled past. Unexplained phenomena increasing worldwide, mysterious deep-sea recordings, unprecedented patterns in global weather systems. Humanity's chaos was no longer enough to maintain the balance. Send the signal, Kithrix commanded. It's time for humanity to learn why they were chosen, why their species evolved to be exactly as they are. The universe's greatest secret can no longer be kept from its most important guardians. As the signal was prepared, Kithrix reflected on the irony of their situation. They had spent centuries studying humanity, believing themselves to be the advanced civilization. Now they understood. Humans weren't primitive. They were the most sophisticated species in the galaxy, precisely because of their imperfections, their contradictions, their wonderful vital chaos. The signal would change everything. But as Kithrix observed the swirling patterns of human activity on their monitors, the endless dance of order and chaos that made humanity unique, they knew there was no other choice. The time had come for the Watchers to meet those they had been watching, before the things they had all been watching awoke. The first contact message arrived during a cat video live stream. Billions of humans were watching a tabby named Mr. Whiskers attempt to catch a laser pointer when every screen on Earth simultaneously displayed the same crystalline symbol. The internet exploded with activity. Theories, memes, and arguments erupting across social media platforms within seconds. The chaos was exactly what Kithrix had hoped for. Deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, something ancient stirred, then settled back into its slumber, lulled by humanity's digital cacophony. Dr. Maya Patel stood in the Europa Research Station's main chamber, staring at the decoded alien message floating in the holographic display. Her discovery in Europa's ice had led to this moment, but nothing could have prepared her for the truth it revealed. "They're saying we're what?" General Amanda Torres asked, her holographic form flickering slightly due to the quantum interference patterns emanating from Earth's deep ocean trenches. "We're cosmic noise cancellation," Maya explained, her hands trembling as she manipulated the data streams. "Our entire species evolved to generate interference patterns that keep something contained, something that's been here since before the universe existed." The station's quantum comm system crackled with new transmissions as Kithrix's ship entered Earth orbit. The alien vessel wasn't trying to hide. Its crystalline structure reflected sunlight in patterns that spelled out messages visible from the ground. Phones worldwide captured images, social media exploded with reactions, and the ancient entities stirred again, only to be soothed by humanity's chaotic response. "The containment field is weakening," Kithrix transmitted to the hastily assembled Earth Defense Council. Their iridescent scales shifted through patterns of urgent warning colors that the human observers couldn't see. "Your species' drive toward order, artificial intelligence, quantum computing, unified global networks, it's creating harmonics that disrupt your natural chaos field." In the Mariana Trench, monitoring stations recorded impossible readings. Patterns emerged in the darkness that shouldn't exist in three-dimensional space. Then a teenager in Nebraska posted a video of themselves falling off a hoverboard while trying to recreate an ancient TikTok dance. The video went viral, spawning thousands of imitations, and the eldritch geometries in the deep retreated. "We don't have much time." Valna transmitted their crystalline form projecting graphs that showed the degradation of Earth's chaos field. "Your civilization is naturally evolving toward order, but order is exactly what we cannot have." Dr. Patel watched as her life's work, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, transformed into something far stranger. The aliens weren't here to share technology or wisdom. They were here to beg humanity to embrace its chaos. Seismic stations worldwide began recording what scientists first thought was a new form of earthquake. The vibrations formed patterns that hurt the human mind to contemplate. But then someone posted a conspiracy theory claiming the seismic activity was caused by underground dinosaurs, and the internet's immediate explosive response to this absurdity caused the vibrations to fade. "Don't you see?" Kithrix transmitted to the council. "Every argument about whether Earth is flat, every debate about whether hot dogs are sandwiches, every viral dance craze, and internet meme, it's all part of the containment system. Your species evolved to be perfectly, beautifully chaotic." In orbit, Kithrix's sensors detected movement in the South Pacific. Something vast was stirring, its dreams leaking into reality. But then a celebrity posted a controversial opinion about pineapple on pizza, and the resulting social media storm generated enough chaos to push the ancient awareness back into dormancy. "We have to tell everyone," Maya insisted, her mind racing with the implications. "The world needs to know what's at stake." "No," Kithrix responded, their scales shifting to colors of grim certainty. "If humanity becomes aware of their true purpose, they might try to optimize their chaos, to systematize it. That would be catastrophic. They must remain genuinely, naturally chaotic." The truth had to stay hidden, but Earth's governments needed a plan. As Kithrix's ship maintained its visible presence, generating countless conspiracy theories that helped strengthen the chaos field, leaders worldwide began subtle programs to encourage diversity, creativity, and harmless controversy. In the Mariana Trench, something dreamed of a time before time, when reality was still soft and malleable. It dreamed of freedom, of returning to that state of infinite possibility. But then it encountered a dream about cats knocking things off tables, and the sheer absurdity of this image forced it back into deeper sleep. Maya stood at her station window, watching Earth rotate below. She now understood why humanity had developed such a peculiar combination of traits: their love of argument, their constant creativity, their ability to find humor in anything. They weren't flaws. They were features. "The universe is vast and mostly orderly," Kithrix transmitted in their final message before returning to their hidden base on Mars. "That's precisely why we need your chaos. Keep watching cat videos. Keep arguing about nothing. Keep dancing badly. The fate of reality itself depends on your wonderful, perfect imperfection." As Kithrix's ship disappeared, humanity did what it did best: returned to its chaotic normal. Social media exploded with alien memes, conspiracy theories flourished, and someone already had a viral remix of the alien signal set to a catchy beat. Deep beneath the Pacific, ancient entities stirred in their sleep, dreaming of a time when they could reshape reality itself. But humanity's chaos kept them dreaming, their power contained by an endless stream of jokes, arguments, dances, songs, and cats. So many cats. The universe watched, and for once, was grateful for the noise. 1 month after first contact, humanity proved exactly why they were the perfect cosmic guardians, by almost completely forgetting about the aliens. Oh, the evidence was there. Kithrix's crystalline ship had left light patterns in the sky that still showed up on satellite imagery. The initial transmission had been preserved and analyzed countless times. But humanity, in its gloriously chaotic way, had simply absorbed the existence of aliens into its daily rhythm of life. From their observation post on Mars, Kithrix watched in amazement as their revelation became just another thread in humanity's tapestry of chaos. Their scales shifted to colors of relief as they monitored the quantum interference patterns. "They're actually strengthening the containment field," Valna observed, their crystalline form vibrating with wonder. "By treating our existence as just another topic for memes and debates, they've integrated it into their chaos matrix." The evidence was in the numbers. When a popular streaming show included a joke about Kithrix's ship looking like a space chandelier, the resulting social media storm generated enough quantum interference to suppress 3 separate stirrings in the Mariana Trench. But not everyone had forgotten. Dr. Maya Patel and her team at the Europa Research Station had been quietly coordinating with Kithrix's scientists, studying the relationship between human activity and the ancient entity's slumber. What they discovered was revolutionary. "It's not just random chaos," Maya explained during a secure quantum transmission to Kithrix. "There's a pattern to how our chaos works. Different types of human activity generate different interference frequencies." Her holographic display showed the data. Viral dance trends created rippling patterns that disrupted the entity's attempt to perceive linear time. Social media arguments generated quantum noise that scattered their efforts to remember their ancient power. Cat videos, mysteriously, produced the strongest containment effect of all. Meanwhile, on Earth, a new social movement was emerging organically, though its participants didn't know its true significance. Called digital entropy, it encouraged people to embrace randomness, creativity, and harmless chaos in their online interactions. Its slogan? "Be unpredictable. It's good for the universe." The movement spawned thousands of microtrends, people deliberately mixing up movie quotes, creating intentionally absurd conspiracy theories, and starting friendly debates about increasingly ridiculous topics. Each burst of chaos added another layer to Earth's protective field. But trouble was brewing. A group of quantum physicists, led by the brilliant but dangerous Dr. Victor Nash, had noticed patterns in the global quantum readings. They were getting dangerously close to understanding the true nature of the containment field and trying to optimize it. If they succeed in quantifying and systematizing human chaos, Kithrix warned Maya during an emergency transmission, they'll create exactly the kind of order that weakens the containment. We need a distraction. The solution came from an unexpected source. A junior researcher at the Europa Station, inspired by their late-night viewing of ancient cat videos, suggested releasing certain classified files from the alien database. Not the important ones about the ancient entities, but the ones about Kithrix's species' hilarious misunderstandings of human culture during their centuries of observation. The files went viral instantly. Humanity was delighted to learn that Kithrix's researchers had spent decades trying to understand why humans kept deliberately malfunctioning, dancing, engaging in recreational sound warfare, music festivals, and performing ritual devotions to small furry gods, posting cat pictures. The resulting explosion of memes, jokes, and good-natured debates about alien anthropology generated so much chaos that the quantum physicists' instruments were overwhelmed. Dr. Nash's team found their carefully collected data buried under layers of quantum noise. As an added bonus, the ancient entities in the deep, stirring from dreams of cosmic power, encountered humanity's collective amusement at alien misconceptions. The sheer absurdity of it forced them back into confused slumber. "It's beautiful," Valna remarked, watching the chaos unfold on their quantum monitors. "They turned our very attempt to understand them into part of their protective randomness." Kithrix's scales shifted to colors of deep appreciation. Other species achieved harmony through order and structure. Humanity achieved it through embracing discord and unpredictability. Their chaos wasn't a flaw. It was a sophisticated defense mechanism evolved over millions of years. In the Europa Station, Maya watched Earth's quantum readings with satisfaction. The containment field was stronger than ever, powered by millions of people who had no idea they were helping to save the universe by simply being themselves. Should we be worried? her assistant asked, pointing to reports of new social trends emerging worldwide. It seems like people are becoming even more random and unpredictable than before. Maya smiled, remembering Cathrix's words about humanity's perfect imperfection. That's exactly what we want, she said, watching as another wave of chaos rippled through the quantum field, sending ancient cosmic horrors back to sleep. The universe needs a little nonsense now and then. Fortunately, we're experts at providing it. Deep beneath the Pacific, something ancient and vast dreamed of conquest and cosmic power. But then it encountered a dream about humans trying to explain memes to confused aliens, and decided that perhaps sleeping a little longer wouldn't be so bad after all. 6 months after first contact, the galaxy faced an uncomfortable truth. They needed human chaos. Cathrix stood before the Galactic Council, their scales shifting through colors of conviction as they presented their findings. The vast chamber, usually a model of perfect order, was experiencing its first-ever technical difficulties, a fact that made Cathrix's scales ripple with quiet amusement. The data is conclusive, they announced to the assembled representatives of 1,000 civilizations. Earth's chaos field isn't just containing the ancient entities, it's actively strengthening the fabric of reality itself. The evidence was undeniable. Regions of space near Earth showed increased stability in quantum fields, stronger coherence in probability waves, and most importantly, a marked decrease in what scientists called reality bleed from other dimensions. Dr. Maya Patel, the first human to address the council, stepped forward. The quantum translators struggled to maintain coherence around her, affected by the natural chaos field that all humans generated. We've discovered that human activities create a form of quantum interference that reinforces universal constants, she explained. Our chaos doesn't just contain the ancient ones, it helps maintain the laws of physics themselves. The council chamber erupted in a cacophony of translated protests and questions. The idea that the galaxy's most disorderly species was actually maintaining cosmic order seemed impossible. Yet the numbers didn't lie. Meanwhile, on Earth, humanity continued doing what it did best, being unpredictable. The digital entropy movement had evolved into something even more powerful, a celebration of controlled chaos that generated complex interference patterns in the quantum field. People were deliberately seeking out new ways to be randomly creative. Flash mobs appeared in unexpected places, performing synchronized dances to mismatched music. Social media platforms hosted planned spontaneity events where millions of people posted completely unrelated content simultaneously. Each burst of coordinated randomness strengthened the universal constants. In the deep ocean trenches, the ancient entities stirred less frequently now. The increased human activity created such complex patterns of interference that their dreams of cosmic power were constantly interrupted by fragments of human chaos. Viral videos, trending memes, heated debates about whether a hot dog was a sandwich. Cathrix's research team had made another stunning discovery. Other species were beginning to exhibit similar chaos patterns, but only after prolonged exposure to human culture. The galaxy was slowly learning to dance. It's spreading, Valna reported, their crystalline form sparkling with excitement. The quantum interference patterns generated by human chaos are being replicated by other civilizations, not perfectly, but enough to create secondary containment fields. The Galactic Council faced a decision that would reshape their understanding of civilization itself. The species they had considered primitive was actually the most advanced in terms of maintaining universal stability. Their chaos wasn't a sign of immaturity. It was a sophisticated technology that had evolved naturally over millions of years. Dr. Nash, who had once tried to systematize human chaos, now led a new research initiative. We were looking at it backward. He explained to a global symposium. The goal isn't to make chaos orderly. The goal is to understand how our natural randomness creates a higher form of stability. The implications were staggering. Every human activity that seemed pointless, From creating elaborate internet jokes to starting friendly arguments about trivial topics, was actually contributing to the stability of the universe. Humanity's apparent lack of focus was their greatest strength. In the Europa research station, Maya watched as the first alien students arrived to study human chaos theory. The sight of crystalline beings attempting to understand the appeal of cat videos would have seemed absurd 6 months ago. Now it represented hope for the galaxy's future. The universe isn't just stranger than we imagine, she told her team, quoting an ancient physicist with a new twist. It's stranger than we can imagine. And that's exactly how we keep it stable. Cathrix, preparing to return to their observation post on Mars, reflected on how much had changed. The galaxy had feared human chaos, tried to contain it, to study it from a safe distance. Now they understood. Humanity's chaos wasn't a force to be controlled. It was a force that controlled other forces. As their ship entered Mars orbit, Cathrix received one final transmission from Earth. It was a compilation of humanity's favorite alien reaction videos, set to a remix of various galactic anthems, overlaid with quantum interference patterns that would help maintain universal stability. Cathrix's scales shifted to colors of joy as they realized that humanity had done the impossible. They had turned the very act of saving the universe into an art form. Deep beneath the Pacific, something ancient and vast finally understood why it had never been able to break free. Its prison wasn't built of walls or energy fields. It was built of jokes and dances, of songs and stories, of arguments and art. It was built of humanity's wonderful, perfect chaos. The universe watched Earth, and for the first time in cosmic history, it didn't just observe the chaos. It joined in the dance. The end.